Release the Kraken. Go on, release it.
Can't, mate. It might be dangerous.
Just release it.
Okay. I warned you.
Put it back, put it back.
I bloody well told you. Hello Darts Nutz, welcome to Darts Review channel. In this video I'm reviewing a special set of darts which have been made in collaboration with Loxley Darts and a new retailer called the Darts Lounge. Now I'll put a link up in the description to the retailer. Now there's only 50 sets of these available from them and they're only in 23 gram and they retail for £54.85, but the Darts Centre in, I think it's in the Netherlands, they're selling a similar version but in a different coating, and they've got a bronze version. This has got a black PVD coating on, so in case you're wondering if you see the other one, that's the reason why. But for now there are only 50 sets available from the Darts Lounge, so link will be in the description, so let's check them out. So as mentioned previously, they're only in 23 gram, there is no soft tip, they're 90% tungsten and they retail for £54.95. So as you can see, it comes in this cardboard packaging, and there you go, there's the Kraken. Nice picture on the back there. So inside we got a dense foam inlay holding the darts in place. See if I can get them out. Maybe it doesn't want to come out. That was painful on my elbow. And they come supplied with the Loxley short nylon stems and rather nice looking dart, and it looks like a new set of Loxley standard shape flights. So there you go. So as you can see, the darts are fit with these rather nice etched points, which is done in a kind of a similar pattern to what's on the barrel. Fits in nicely, and the barrel itself is a slightly front weighted style. You got a tapered nose and then flares out and then gradually gets thinner towards the ray. It's not massively front weighted, but it's still got a little front bias and actually feels rather nice in the fingers there. Now as you can see, it's got this kind of like pattern on the barrel which is almost like the tentacles of the Kraken, if you like, and you got a little bit of ring and groove grip on the end, and it's got the black PVD coating in the milled out parts there. So like I mentioned on the glitch review, that although it was kind of like a smooth barrel and it had the etched numbers in, I think with that one my hands were really cold and dry. Now my hands are actually quite warm and a little bit of moisture on at the moment, so I'm actually finding them quite grippy, even though there's no actual great deal of physical grip there. And that's the effect that I think some people have sometimes with a fairly smooth dart. It will depend on the person's own fingerprints and the levels of oil, moisture, temperature and things like that. Some people, a smooth barrel just will not work no matter what, and other people, they'll get grip from it. But as it stands, it could be a dart that will work whether you're a front, mid or rear gripper, and it actually looks rather nice, simple and elegant style. And there's the Loxley short stems and these new flights. Now I can't really tell what that is. It almost looks like a silvery etching because it's got a slightly shiny look to it, but quite interesting. And it's only on one side there, so I don't think I've seen them before, so they must be new, but it certainly fits in nicely with the setup and a good looking dart, I think. So there's a close look at the etched points, and that should grip the board quite neatly, I think. And then you've got a slight taper to the nose, which has got that kind of like, I don't know what you call it, like a milled out pattern grip there. and then it kind of bulges a little bit, and then a very gentle taper for most of the barrel, and then you've got that kind of like milled out tentacle pattern, and that is pretty much most of the barrel until you get towards the end, and then you've got a ring and groove section on the end of the barrel, and that is it. Got some that blue off my mat stuck there. Now I'd never see that in my normal vision, but through the close-up on the camera I can see it. But there you go, quite an interesting dart again from Loxley, and nice shape I think. That's the super close look at the Kraken darts. That's fit with the silver etched 28mm point. You've got a taper at the front which is approximately 6.5, a little bit hard to determine the end of it, and then the tentacle pattern grip is 40.7mm again approximately, then the ring and groove section on the end 4.8mm, length is 52mm, wide is 6.8mm. .08 grams, 23.05 grams, and 23.09 grams. Full setup 24.53 grams. Here's the balance with nothing attached and with the supplied setup, and this is the balance with medium in between short nylon stems and standard flights. Not a lot of physical grip on the barrel apart from the ring grip on the end, so maybe 5 at most. Let's give them a throw and see how they go. Come out. Oh, new etch points certainly stick in the board. I think they'll wear down after a bit, but it's like every etch point, they just grab into the fibres on the board. Oh, well, at least it went in the treble. It was a 66 instead of, come out, a 26. It's definitely got a nice subtle front bias. Nearly, but not quite. Kind of reminds me a bit, well, not exactly Dennis Priestley style, but that kind of slightly bulbous front. I actually prefer this style to the Priestleys because I don't know what it is with the Priestley ones. I never seem to get my fingers comfortable on the bump at the front. But these ones, come on, it just sits nicely where it just starts to curve. Now, as I mentioned in the glitch review, my fingers were cold and dry and the dart felt like it was a bit slippy, whereas they're not cold and they're not dry at the moment, so it feels like I'm getting some grip off it, but there's not really a lot of physical grip to the barrel. Oh, a bit of trouble there. Come on. Out, out you come on, you can do it. The Kraken is holding the board. I'll have one more try from the front grip. I actually quite like the feel of it actually. Oh. Ah, treble 5 champion. I don't know what the over fascination is with grippy points though. I mean, I understand why people use them, but what do you really need them on your home board for? They're only going to pull your fibres out of your board, but never mind. I'll try the midsection now. Obviously the barrel gets thinner there. Treble 1 champion now. Didn't feel too bad throwing it there. I mean, I can't see why it won't work with the front mid or rear gripper, because it's only a slightly front weighted feel, so in some respect it kind of feels as if you're just a slightly different straight barrel. Oh, got a treble. And that doesn't feel too bad, the balance there as well. Come out. Ugh. Certainly named him the right name, the Kraken. Once it got a hold, it doesn't want to let go. Oh, another treble, and that's from the front, the mid grip, which I'm not a natural mid gripper. So I'll try the rear part now, and I'll go right to the end of the barrel just to get some of that ring grip. See how it feels there. Oh, treble 1 champion. Don't feel too bad either. I seem to be getting a lot more spin though. Oh, I wouldn't have thought that ring grip would have caused that much spin, so it's probably just my release, I know. Oh, that almost spun out my fingers, that one. That went quite nice. So like I say, it could be a nice all-rounder this, if you just like a subtle front weighted feel. And obviously if you don't need a physical lot of grip on the barrel. Yeah, it don't feel too bad there, so I think it'll be fine for rear grippers. So I actually quite enjoyed throwing them. It's got a little bit of something nice about them, that undefinable something. But like I said, it will depend on the feel of your skin against the barrel. Some people have got like really dry hands, and some people excessively sweaty, and for you the dart may still feel slippy, but you've got to be kind of somewhere in between with the right temperature. And when you are, although there's not a lot of physical grip, it kind of feels its grippiness in its own way, like I said before, like a slick car tyre on a Formula 1 car gripping the road, that kind of thing. But anyway, that's quite a nice dart again from Loxley, and like I said, you can only get them exclusively from the Darts Lounge, so I'll put the link in the description. So if you want a set, you'll have to be quick. They might be sold out by the time I get this review on, because I think they've only made 50 sets. I don't know whether they're getting any more. Maybe they will, but anyway, there you go. So I'll leave you with the gallery so you can have a better look at them, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy darting.